We're starting off with a story coming out of the VA Veterans Affairs hospitals and system and whatnot, and it is not a good one. And we've got a priceless piece of crap that was broken by morons. So I'll cue the music when you hit subscribe. I don't even know what I'm saying here. So, doctors at the Department of Veterans Affairs hospitals nationwide could now start refusing to treat unmarried veterans and Democrats under new hospital guidelines imposed following an executive order by... The new rules were attained by The Guardian. They also apply to psychologists, dentists, and a host of other occupations. They have already gone into effect in at least some of the VA medical centers. Medical staff are still required to treat veterans regardless of race, color, religion, and sex, and all veterans remain entitled to treatment. But individual workers are now free to decline to care for patients based on personal characteristics not explicitly prohibited by federal law. Language requiring healthcare professionals to care for veterans regardless of their politics and marital status have been explicitly eliminated. I can't use my mouth right now. Reset. Doctors and other medical staff can also be barred from working at VA hospitals based on their marital status, political party affiliation, or union activity. Changes also affect chiropractors, certified nurse practitioners, optometrists, podiatrists, licensed clinical social workers, and speech therapists. In making the changes, VA officials cite the president's 30th of January executive order titled Defending Women from Gender Ideology, Extremism, and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government. Primary purpose of the executive order was to piss off, screw over anybody who isn't a straight white Christian old fuck. Medical experts say the implications of the rule changes could be far-reaching. Here's a couple of quotes. We got Dr. Kenneth Kaiser, and he was the VA's top healthcare official during Clinton administration. He says they seem to open the door to discrimination on the basis of anything that is not legally protected. The changes could possibly open up the door for doctors to refuse treatment to veterans based on their reason for seeking care, including allegations of rape, sexual assault, current or past political party affiliation or political activity, personal behaviors such as alcohol or marijuana use. Department of Veterans Affairs is the nation's largest integrated hospital system. It employs 26,000 doctors, over 170 hospitals, and over 1,000 clinics, and it serves 9 million patients annually. So there was an emailed response from the VA press secretary, Peter Kasperowicz, I do believe it is, or Wicks, I'm not sure. And he did not dispute that the new rules allow doctors to refuse treatments to veteran patients based on their beliefs or yada yada. But he did say all eligible veterans will always be welcome at the VA and will always receive the benefits and services they've earned under law. He said the new rule changes are only a formality because we have to fall in line with the president's rules and regulations. I'm not sure if I believe this formality thing at all. And I'm going to look into it before our next show because there's only so much time in these short little ones. But I wouldn't doubt that this guy running the place is a Trump appointee and he's just spewing crap like Kristi Noem and so many others.
Yeah, but how far is this going to go? Is this like, oh, you're not going to be allowed to be an American citizen unless you're a card-carrying Republican.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Kicked out. It's just nuts.
Yeah. So now, if this is going to be the way the VA treat people, if you're a Democrat and you're in the armed forces of the United States right now, how are you feeling about serving? And how quickly are you thinking about getting out and moving to a different career? Because if they're not going to support you after, are you going to go fight for them? Whoa, man. I don't think I could.
Or maybe fight against them.
Yeah. So where are you taking us here, Dunk?
Well, we're taking you off to a little museum in Italy. It has issued a public plea for respect after a couple destroyed a fragile crystal-encrusted chair while posing for photographs. Yes, security footage released by the Palazzo Maffei in Verona shows a man and a woman taking turns pretending to sit on a glittering sculpture titled The Van Gogh Chair. But as the man attempts to pose, he slips, crashes into the artwork, and crushing it beneath him. Rather than reporting the damage, the couple fled the museum before staff noticed. So they go, sometimes we lose our brains to take a picture, said museum director Vanessa Carlon. Of course, it was an accident, but leaving him without saying a word, that's just not good. Their chair, well, is a fragile sculpture by Italian artist Nicola Bola. Is basically covered with Swarovski crystals, basically just cheap cut glass.
It looks like somebody just bought $2 rhinestone package and you got wild with the hot glue gun. Man, that's not art.
Yeah, pretty much so. But it was inspired by Van Gogh's famed painting of a modest wooden chair. Though it looked sturdy, museum officials say it was mostly hollow and held together with foil, and was clearly displayed on a pedestal with a signage not to touch. So they just didn't take a chair and stuck bits of broken glass to it. Right. They actually made a fragile thing that looked like it. Why would you see,
had they just used a chair, it would have been fine. You overcomplicated it and made it stupid, you moron.
Made it art. Despite the significant damage, 2 legs and the main seat were crushed. Restorers have now returned the piece to display. Yeah, look, they finished it there. Look. Nobody noticed.
Yeah, exactly. I am done.
It's a nightmare for any museum, said art historian Carlotta Menengoza. But luckily, a great job was done in restoring it. The Palazzo Maffei, which opened in 2020 and houses over 650 works of art, including other pieces of crap and stuff by Picasso and ancient Egyptian relics, hopes the CCTV release serves as a condemnation, as a reminder to treat art with care. Well, not if it's cheap tack like that.
It should be a reminder that if you make art out of a chair, make it obvious that it's not to be sad. It's a freaking chair.
Yeah, don't put it at like chair height. Hang it up. Put it on a pedestal or something.
I don't know who's the bigger moron, the idiot that sat on it or the person that put it there thinking it would just be fine.
Yeah, I know. You can't help think that, but honest to God, Yeah. I mean, they're probably just thought, "Oh, I'm so tired. Somebody's put a chair out here for me."
This is not a thin person. You've got to know to check your chair first when you know.
But they say art must be respected and loved because it is very fragile. Well, don't make it fragile.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the statue of David, just made out of paper mache and bits of glue.
Yeah. No, it's just hardened tissue. Don't sneeze. Damn. Well, if you're new here and you like what you see, hit the subscribe button for us because we'd sure appreciate that very much.
Yes, and if you are the person that sat on that piece of crap, please let us know in the comment section because there's a reward out for your arrest.
Yeah, and join us for pub chat anonymously if you want, because I want to laugh at you in person. Take care, everybody.
We got rhinestones stuck up their butt crack.